Let me now actually bring Amar Singh from Angel Broking to the show. Amar, welcome to the show. Good morning. The first question here is, at present, what's the view on Nifty and Bank Nifty both? I think it looks like a good gap down opening around 10,440. That's where actually we are seeing the rates right now. If Nifty opens anywhere around here, anywhere around 10,400, would it be a good idea to actually initiate a long position, or you would like to wait here?
I would suggest that the way Nifty is expected to open, and it's displaying, and also the way international markets, because the global, it's a sell-off that we are witnessing in the global markets that's also impacting the domestic markets. So the low that Nifty recently made of 10,276, so that's going to act as a very short-term bottom, but we'll have to see whether that bottom holds or not. Because this type of sharp correction of anywhere in excess of 2% clearly reflects that there would be further selling in the market, and any pullback will be used as a shorting opportunity. And the short-term trend definitely has turned extremely weak, as well as however the long-term trend still remains intact. So we'll have to watch out for the key levels. The key levels for Nifty to watch out is, I would say, 10,150 to 10,200. That's a very crucial support zone for Nifty. So even if it breaches the 10,276 low that was recently made, this 10,150, 10,200 should act as a very strong support, and we would definitely see some pullback. But I would suggest that we are going to see choppy and volatile trading sessions. The markets need to consolidate after such a sharp correction, and then only we could say that a bottom has been formed. So right now, saying that a bottom has been formed is not. I would desist from that. As far as Bank Nifty is concerned, Bank Nifty, the first major support level is somewhere around 24,700 to 24,800. So that's a major and crucial level of support, because if you look at technically on the charts, the public sector banks are not displaying, I would say, any positive momentum, nor any positive signs or vibes. So that's definitely a stay away. As far as public sector, private sector banks, there also we are seeing some profit booking coming in, and the overall weight of the market could also play on the banking stocks. So I would say that let the market consolidate. For Bank Nifty, the major support level comes around 24,700, 24,800. That's a very crucial level of support for Bank Nifty. So that needs to be watched out. On the upside, if I look at it, so for Nifty, the first level of resistance would come around 10,650, 10,700, because that's a level where again we'll see a lot of selling coming to the market. And as far as Bank Nifty is concerned, the first level of resistance is somewhere around 26,250, 26,300. So it's going to be a highly volatile trading session today. And I expect that this volatility will subside. But at the same time, we are not yet close to a bottom. So there could be some choppy and volatile session going forward as well.
Right, so we are set for a volatile session today. It's Friday. Again, the first half basically is promising a gap down opening here. But Amar, what are the top strategies from your side? And in addition to that, I also want to ask you, how is actually Bharat Forge looking to you, and how are aviation stocks looking to you? All basically Indigo, Jet Airways, Bharat Forge were adding very strong long impetus addition yesterday. And after the gap down, how are they looking to you? And what are your topics?
Yeah, my topics, one is that United Breweries is a sell, because the stock is in a, I would say it's not in a perfect downtrend, but yes, there is, its upside seems to be capped. So any pullback towards 1,065, 1,070, that's a very good level to short with a stop loss of 1,096 and a target of 1,010. So that's one stock. The second to look at is Havells India. Again, that's a sell, because we did witness some sharp rally in the stock, but technically it's not very strong. So it was more of a, I would say, a pullback, a short covering sort of rally, a dead cat bounce. So any higher levels towards 520, 425 can be used as a good shorting opportunity, with a stop loss of 536 and a target of 505. And there is one exception to this, which is on the buy side. Ashoka Leyland is technically very strong on the charts across different time frames, but I would say that any correction towards 128, 130, that ideally it's around 134 or so somewhere. So any correction towards 128 levels, 129 levels, that could be a good level to buy, with a stop loss of 124 and a target somewhere in the region of 136, 137 on the upside. As far as Bharat Forge is concerned, if I'm looking at Bharat Forge, So Bharat Forge particularly, it's currently around 761. So technically it's definitely strong on the long-term charts, be it the monthly charts as well as the weekly charts. And on the daily charts, however, there was a very sharp rally yesterday, so we'll have to see how the follow-through is today, being the market the way it is today. So I would suggest that one should really wait, because the sort of rally that was witnessed yesterday from almost 706 levels to 764 levels, and it closed close to the high at around 761. So clearly reflecting that it was a very strong move. So we'll have to watch out how it plays. Technically speaking, I would say that there could be some profit booking coming in Bharat Forge also, because 765, 770, that would be a level to watch out for Bharat Forge on the resistance. Any pullback towards the level to watch out for is around 730, 35. That's a very strong support zone for Bharat Forge. So that ideally should be held. And I would say that rather wait for today, because the rally yesterday was too sharp. So rather wait for it today.
Right, so wait for stock-specific action as well. That's the word coming. Amar, I'll come to you in terms of Bharat Forge as well. In fact, before the markets open, we were talking of a Bharat Forge. Currently, that counter at opening trade has, again come up into the black, 1.2% higher on a Bharat Forge. What would you have to say on this now?
Yeah, I would say that in spite of the market witnessing a sharp correction, Bharat Forge is trading around 770. And it's technically, as I said, it's strong, very strong on the charts, be it the long term or the short term. So I would say that this clearly reflects that the follow through that was being expected after the yesterday's sharp move of almost roughly around 8 to 9%. So that clearly shows that if this sustains, because sustaining above 776, 765, 770, that's going to be very crucial. So we'll have to watch out for the first 15-20 minutes, half an hour of trade, how the market settles down, how Bharat Forge settles down, because it is strong on the chart. So any pullback can definitely be used as a buying opportunity, because it reflects that the stock has strength in spite of the overall sell-off in the market. Major support for Bharat Forge is in the region of 720 to 730. That's a strong level of support. Watch out for a breakout above 770, 772 in a half an hour or an hourly basis. Then maybe the stock could trend higher.
Right, so watch out for a Bharat Forge over the next 10 to 15.
Amar, coming to you, any top ideas which are spotted so far in the first 20-25 minutes of trade? And also I want to ask you, it appears that Page Industries, which had a very good run up yesterday, now is in green. There is a momentum coming in Nalco also, and if there is anything which you have spotted so far.
Yeah, looking at Page Industries, we've seen the stock bounce back, but overall the structure of the chart has definitely changed. So what it's going to mean is that any higher rally or any pullback is going to meet with selling pressure, profit booking and consolidation, because the market is likely to consolidate. And looking at Page Industry, that is the way it is. Looking at the other stock which you talked about, Nalco. So if I look at Nalco, as far as Nalco is concerned, it's currently around 72 levels. Technically, it's not very strong on the weekly chart. So clearly reflecting that the upside seems to be capped. It's around 72 or so. But the long-term charts, on the monthly charts, it's overall positive. But the basic reason or the basic issue that we are seeing is that on the long-term charts, they are overbought. In the short term and the medium term, there's a lot of selling pressure. However, the short-term bottom seems to be formed. That was the low that was made on 5th of February, somewhere around 66, 67. So that low should ideally hold for Nalco. Looking at specific stocks, I would say if we look at Tata Steel is one stock which is strong on the charts, the long-term charts as well. Currently, it's around 677 or so. So any pullback towards 674, 675 can be used as a buying opportunity, with a stop loss below 668 and a target in the region of 685 to 690.
Right, and Amar, also, like you just talked about Tata Steel, anything else which you like in the metal space? Because again, there is a flavor, and that is actually contrary to the perception that if there is very high volatility, very high risk, and perhaps the metal counters again should not be doing good. I think SAIL, Tata Steel, in fact Nalco, there is basically an evident trend that they actually are doing good here. So any good trade there?
I would say SAIL is definitely strong on the charts because it has had a I would say sharp pullback, and technically it's very strong on the long-term charts. The medium-term trend as well as I would say that also is positive, and the short-term what we've seen is it's in oversold territory, so that's the reason we witnessed some pullback. So I would suggest that if the stock sustains above 92 levels, then it's headed higher towards 97, 98 levels. So I would wait for it to breach 92 on a consistent basis. If that happens, then this can be definitely bought with a stop loss below today's low, that was I would say somewhere 84 or so. So ideally one can look at buying above 92 with a target out of 98, 99, and a stop loss in that case would be somewhere around 84 levels.
Right, so that's in terms of where SAIL is concerned. In fact, thank you gentlemen, thank you for joining us on the show and getting us all the ideas for today's day of trade as well as from a long-term perspective. But the clear sense that we're picking up over here is that the way markets are panning out